My name is Charlene, your host for this session. I have with me Steve. Hello, Steve.
Yeah, hello, Yo. Yeah.
Yes, good to see you. And maybe you'd like to say hello to everybody who's watching
Hello,
our...
everybody. Hello, Huobi guys.
Well, I would say that the company that you're working now, NEM China, it's founded from all the members in this forum, is it?
Yes, of course. Actually, we have 1,500 founding members of this project.
What? You have 1,500 founding members?
Each founding member get one of the stake.
Wow.
We distributed our initial token evenly to the 1,500 shareholders.
Wow.
We call them stakeholders, and they are original stakeholders of NEM. They've been very supportive of our project. Many of them did translations and promotings voluntarily without any fees, and that was in the early age. And in the end of
17?
16. In the end of 2016, NEM community decided to build up a legal entity in Singapore.
Oh.
That's what we know as a NEM Foundation, NEM.io Foundation. And the council rules NEM.io Foundation. We have 13 council members. We have one president, one vice president, and we have secretaries. So it's kind of like a small country. It's very democracy. Yeah, I can say.
Yes,
so,
and also very decentralized.
Yeah, very decentralized. All the council members are from more than 8 different countries. Some of them from Europe, some of them from America, South Asia, South Japan, and China. Transactions initiation on the NEM blockchain, especially in Catapult, and our new version is really, really powerful. We can do off-chain smart contract. Let me give you an example. Yeah. Let's say I'm a bank, right? And you are a
consumer?
Yeah, consumer. You want to buy goods overseas. Okay, now you are holding, let's say, US dollars. You want to buy goods from China. You need to convert US dollars into Chinese yuan.
Yes.
But as far as we know, the rate of the currency exchange is always fluctuating. You cannot get a fixed rate with USD and CNY, right? With Ethereum, all you can do is you write 1 to 6, and that's all. You got a fixed rate. You can never change it. It's good for initial coin offering. As far as we know, you don't want the token holder to change the rate, right? That's one application of Ethereum. But in other more and more applications like the currency exchange situation, we would like to change the rate. Even in each transaction, we want it different. So that's what NEM and what Catapult can do. Within Catapult, I can initiate a transaction we call aggregate transaction. We can pack different transactions together. Let's say I can initiate an aggregate transaction, which I give you 6.1 Chinese yuan, and you give me $1. And tomorrow I can initiate another aggregate transaction. Say I give you 6.2 saying Y, and you give me $1. So the critical part is that you can say in aggregate transaction, I'm not only initiating payment, I'm also initiating pool transactions, like I'm collecting money from you, right? So it's all packed up as one autumn transaction. Either all these transactions are online or they are off-field. So the rule is like that. I initiated the aggregate transaction, but I need you to sign and I to sign.
Agree.
Yeah. I need two private,
parties,
two parties, two private keys signing on that same transaction to make it happen, and the rate can be changed case by case. So that is a decentralized exchange of assets, powered by NEM and powered by Catapult.
Okay, and Steve, would you like to also share with us what is NEM's vision?
Yeah, so NEM's vision is that we want to empower different corporations, entities, governments, universities all around the world with NEM blockchain technology to make the transaction more safety and more evenly. Also, we want to make the world a better world. Yeah, for the good of all. That's our vision.
Wow.
And also, NEM SA is a truly decentralized organization. You know that back in the several months ago, the famous Japan exchange coin check got stolen for 500 million ZAM from the very exchange. It's such a pity, I would like to say, but
NEM is
the
absolutely
NEM Foundation,
safe?
yeah, the NEM is absolutely safe, of course, and NEM Foundation didn't do a fork to retrieve all this stolen fund as much as we want to. But NEM is a truly decentralized system. That's our spirit. So we cannot do something like, oh, I will take this money from one people's account to the other people's account. That's not decentralized. That's what banks do, right?
Yes.
We are blockchain, so we cannot do that. Even if we are very pity of that.
Okay, so you made a very, very good point on that. So thank you for sharing with us, Steve. Thank you.
Thank you.
Bitcoin opens up the imagination and possibilities of a global digital currency. The blockchain technology that comes with Bitcoin has put our society in an incredible time. Huobi is actively involved in this wave of rising digital assets in 2013, helping to enlighten Chinese people in digital currency investment. Huobi has made a brilliant achievement in taking the highest market share and received the highest trading volume in China. At present, Huobi Group is opening a global integrated digital asset transaction services with a strong focus on customer service. Huobi Group has set up operations and service centers in Singapore, Hong Kong, Seoul, Tokyo, Beijing, and Shenzhen. With our new base in the beautiful Singapore, Huobi Group will bring quality educational and service experiences to millions of users of digital assets in 130 countries and regions.
Hello and happy welcome to Huobi Talk episode number 26. I am your host today. My name is Dennis Jacobs and I have the pleasure, I have NEM with me. It's Nelson from NEM. He's a council member. Hello Nelson, how are you, my friend?
Good, thanks, and you?
I'm doing pretty well. We are here live from our headquarters in Singapore actually. And I'm pleased to have this episode with you because NEM is quite a known token and the project itself. So thanks for being with us today.
Welcome.
Guys, this episode is similar to our last episodes. We have exciting announcements today. We have an Airdrop program again, and Nelson is going to talk with you and me about his engagement in NEM and the community and everything around it. So last episode, we were featuring Matrix and Game.com. We had some fun via Skype interview last Thursday. If you missed it, please check out our YouTube videos, and please always subscribe to this YouTube channel, Huobi Pro, here on YouTube, and you find us on social media. Telegram is Huobi Pro Official, and Huobi_Pro for Instagram, and yes, and YouTube and Twitter, also Huobi. So today we have also a very exciting announcement. It's called the Huobi Super Rebate. It's new. It's called more or less Refer a Friend program, yeah? And you can get 30% of the trading fees. It's like a cashback of your friends. You refer them to Huobi if they sign up with Huobi, and all of their fees they're producing in trading, you make 30% in the first 90 days after sign up. So I think that's also exciting news. And the referral code, you can find it if you log into your Huobi Pro account. You go on the right side, you find the section My Invitation Code. You just click there, you get a link or a code, and you can actually share it with your friends. Quite simple and easy, and actually right now shown on the slide. So my friends, as promised and as always, our Airdrop promotion today, it's actually quite significant because depending on the viewer numbers, we are dropping 4 different tokens. We have NEM, yeah, thanks to Nelson here, a part of it. HT, we have up to 7,371.05 HT left. And GTC, which is Game.com, and MAN, which is Matrix, will be also dropped. But here is the thing, if they are listed on HADAX at the end of April, that's very important to say to it. NEM and HT is given once we hit the minimum targets, the tier for today, which is just 1,500 viewers. So I'm checking in right now the numbers. We just in for a couple of minutes, but we already reached almost 800 live viewers. Thank you so much for that. So, guys, the Airdrop promotion is exciting today. I have a very exciting guest. But first of all, how do you participate in this Airdrop today? Like the other times, you log into your Huobi Pro account. So as shown, then you go on your account and security settings, and you find on the right-hand side your UID, and there it is, yes, perfectly. And you use it with a tag. You simply comment in this YouTube live stream right now. You just go to the comment section, you post your Huobi UID @vote on HADAX. @vote on HADAX, very important for today because we changed the tag a couple of weeks ago. It was I love HADAX, but please only use the tag vote on HADAX so our smart machine can find your UID and actually match it. At this point, I want to say sorry for like a couple of people reached out to us and they didn't get the airdrop yet from the last session. We are working on it, but most of you got the airdrop. So it's very important to put your exact UID @vote on HADAX in there, and then within 3 days from this live streaming, the HT and the NEM will be dropped to your wallet if the minimum viewers is reached. And in case of Metrics and Game.com token, at the end of April, if these projects will be listed on HADAX. So this is all our setup and our rules for today. So now it's time to play. My friend Nelson here, NEM, NEM, however you want to pronounce it. So Nelson, please, I want to spend time with you. Share about yourself. How did you engage with blockchain? Why are you working with NEM? You are a council member. Please.
Okay. I want to say thank you first for having me here. My name is Nelson Valero. I'm one of the NEM Council Member of the NEM Foundation. I'm also the regional head for Australia and New Zealand. Your next question is how I started with blockchain. Back in 2013, I did a Bitcoin thesis in the University of Sydney in Australia. Yep, wow. 2013. So we studied the blockchain technology and its various use cases. So after studying it for 2 months, all the ideas about the blockchain technology, it just keeps popping up in my mind. And then I discovered NEM in the blockchain, in a BitcoinTalk.org. And I invested into it. I'm one of the early investors.
Okay.
And I volunteered as the social media guy for the NEM Foundation for a year.
Volunteering means you work for free.
I work for free.
You were so excited.
Yeah, it is very exciting because my background is in computer science. I'm a systems admin. So during my spare times, I help with the Facebook, Twitter, news, Reddit, building the Telegram community, introducing a NEM help desk. I'm proud to say that we are the only blockchain out there that runs a help desk. So all the newbies that comes in have any questions about or any problems with deposits or withdrawal or wallet issues, we refer them to the NEM help desk Telegram chat group.
Wow.
And we have active members now. So we have like more than 100 people around the world supporting this foundation.
Wow, that sounds good. So I don't know if you know that, but I bought my first XEM, which is the token of NEM, around 1.5 years ago, and so just the popularity started back then around there, and it was dirt cheap. Let's use this term back then, yeah. So compared to today, and I made quite good profits on it, and I'm still holding on it. And when did you buy your first XEM?
We don't call it ICO back then. I think it's called
token drop distribution.
Something like that. It was around 2014 where in BitcoinTalk.org they just posted that there is a project and they're going to fork this. The original plan was they're going to fork NXT.
Yes.
And then the developers have decided to write it from scratch using Java. So what they did is they list down all the disadvantages of the various blockchains out there and solved it.
NXT was back then one of the very few. There was not as much as today, and was one of the major players, if you want to say so. Back then, yeah.
Yep. So they write that's how NEM was born from scratch.
Wow.
So it's written in Java. And recently, we have Catapult, which is written in C++. It's been recently released.
Okay.
Yeah.
Interesting. I really want to acknowledge the fact you tried. The initial idea was to fork NXT.
Yes.
Looking today just at the market cap of NXT compared to NEM, it's a joke, right? Because I think it's 13, 14 times higher the market cap of NEM compared to NXT. And back then you were nothing, and they were quite big. Altcoin, right?
And the good thing about this NEM Foundation is we focus on building the applications. We're not focusing much on the market cap, the price of the cents.
Yes, no pump in the token.
We're thinking long term.
Okay.
Long term. So we build the applications. We follow this rule called Blue Ocean strategy. Have you heard about it?
No, please explain to our viewers.
Blue Ocean strategy is imagine. There's a beach. Everyone is saying we're the best blockchain out there because the price is up, and so on and so forth. But we're focusing on the blue ocean. We're building the applications. We're proving the world that we are the best blockchain out there because we have these applications, and we're targeting SMEs here.
Okay, small,
countries,
medium.
governments, and big enterprise companies, and so on.
Okay.
And there's real people behind them. One of my tasks is whenever we have a lead, we go there, we introduce them about the NEM. Sometimes we do NEM 101. And if they want to move forward, we have the team to make sure that we babysit them from A to Z so that they can develop their product. It's a win-win situation here. Our services for free. We also run NCF, NEM Community Fund. Mm-hmm. So we have a guidelines where we can fund their project, given that their proposal is good.
So is it like an incubator?
Yeah, we do that, yeah.
Wow. Nelson, at this point, our community gave us some feedbacks to speak a little bit louder. I mean, like my voice is very low.
Okay.
No,
sure.
I think the microphone is good. Just like pump it a little bit more.
Okay, sure.
And I try to stay a little bit more silent. Thanks, community, for the feedback. Beautiful. So NEM blockchain, and I myself knew you for around 1.5 years, I would say so. So you used to be like in the top 5 for quite a while. Now I see you dropped to like 15.
15, yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Was it also maybe about the recent security thing with the
CoinCheck?
Yes.
Yeah.
Maybe we talk later about this in the Q&A section.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah. Okay. Beautiful. So he is actually a real guy. He doesn't try to market and sell something here. We can even ask him the not so nice question. I don't know it's exciting or not exciting, but everyone is asking about this. If you lose, what was it, $500 million in value?
$500 million.
Yes, $500 million in value. How can you walk straight after that? But you make it happen. I see you still alive. All right. You said about the early days of NEM, so it was more a foundation. They actually minds behind it. It's like kind of Satoshi. They're like unknown. Is it correct?
The developers are unknown. There was an unknown guy. He's a project manager. He's based in Vietnam. We met him in person, by the way.
So you can know him, but I can't?
His name is...
don't share. No.
Oh, sorry. Well, his nickname is Utopian Future. So
Utopian Future, okay.
Yes. So we met him in Vietnam, and he's got another project over there. He's a nice guy. But thanks to him, because of him, there will be no NEM,
Yeah.
NEM is a great project because it has those basic components that this blockchain technology is promising us. It has the account, namespace, like this one, what we see here now in our slides. So NEM account namespace is, and the mosaic, and the messaging and multi-signature. Our multi-signature, by the way, is on the chain. So with these 5 key components and your traditional software development life cycle, you can achieve the NEM blockchain-based applications. So this is for the developers out there that would like to develop blockchain-based applications.
Okay,
Yeah.
so what specific problems does NEM try to solve?
Well, we all know this blockchain technology, well, we're not different with the other blockchains out there.
Okay.
We all try to solve various problems.
Such as?
Such as, the blockchain provides us the security. We all know the internet layer is not secured, right? People can eavesdrop on the data.
Okay.
So blockchain provides security, and we have that. Number 2 is our platforms. It's never been hacked, so we're a very secure platform. We're scalable. And number 3 is we help lower TCO, total cost of ownership. So instead of running multiple servers around the world, you can run it less.
Okay, cool.
Yeah.
And so what is NEM and what is XEM? So what is the token about?
Well, NEM is like, how do I put it this way? I'll use the analogy of using operating system.
Yes.
So NEM is like Windows.
Okay.
XEM is the token that you use so that when you do transactions within our platform, you use them as a fee. I'll talk more about the harvesting later as we move on.
Sure.
So
sure.
That's the idea behind it. So NEM is a platform.
Yes.
XEM is the currency.
Okay, the currency of NEM. Perfect. Yeah. So guys, at this point, I'm going to check the actual viewer numbers. We are already over 1,000. Congratulations. We are ready to qualify for the first tier, I would say soon. So about today's airdrop again, team, please show. Yes, and the first tier is just 1,500 people, and we almost reached it already. So the second we start with 2,500, and if we reach the unbelievable number of 3,500 live viewers today, you all get the maximum token of 282.39 if GTC and MEN gets listed on HADAX at the end, till the end of April. Okay, my friends, airdrops are nice, but our guest is Nelson is at least as nice as the airdrop today. So how do you participate once again? Because we have always new people tuning in. Your UID, your Huobi UID, add vote on HADAX here as a comment in this section below the video. Perfect, my friends. So more about the NEM technology, because you know you're one of the major altcoins, however you want to call it, in the recent years, and you were around already longer than the major. Look, most of the projects, they came up late 2016, this is the beginning, then 2017 was a boom, and 2018 is like open doors. Like there's hundreds of new projects getting listed and dropping tokens a month. So I would rather consider NEM as one of the old school coins, like, because 2, 3, 4 years in crypto is like 2, 3, 4 decades in the real market. I would argue, right?
Yes.
So what is the technology, NEM? Just give us a quick introduction. Not too difficult, because you know we have some basic knowledge in our community. It's a majority, I would guess, yeah.
Well, as I mentioned before, I did a study on the blockchain technology.
Yes.
It lists down all the various use cases that it can promise, you know. So back then I was hunting the good blockchain that can deliver those use cases, like make them materialize using our software development technology, what we have right now. So that's when I discovered NEM, okay? So currently, one of the use cases is notarization, copyright. And we have that.
Notarization verification, a third party to make sure, to validate, to bring the trust.
Yes. Like for example, back in the Philippines, certificates there are being forged, okay?
Oh.
But we're using the NEM technology notarization system called apostille. You'll be able to notarize those certificates.
Called apostille, you know, because there's also a notary apostille, which we use like in various countries around the world to get like government documents apostilled, and then almost every bank or whoever country accepts it as an official document between countries. So it's actually a language or something we all agreed on to make basically consensus. This is the valid system, and you actually implement this old school tradition to the blockchain, which is...
That's right, and there is an entrepreneur that put it on the next level. He called it Copyright Bank. He's based in Australia.
Okay.
So,
friend of yours?
No, yeah.
Because you're also Aussie, kind of, right?
I'm an Aussie as well. I'm based in Sydney, and I go to Melbourne all the time.
Okay, cool.
And he's based in Melbourne. So he called it Copyright Bank. With 3 steps, you'll be able to notarize or copyright any digital content.
Okay.
So that's the, and their target is SME as well. And there's another one, it's a prototype, proof of concept. It's called Landsteed. So it's a passport and land registry ownership on the NEM blockchain.
Wow.
So yeah.
So actually what I hear there, because I'm quite familiar and I'm studying about different projects all the time. So there's so many projects that try to this land ownership to bring it on blockchain, then some try to bring the trust, some they have the currency, but actually I see NEM more like a platform trying to solve all of these problems. But here's the thing, you know, if you try to fight on too many fronts, you know, you might lose focus. So let me just interrupt, and like, is your team that well organized already to be working on all of the fronts at the same time?
What we do is we build several teams around the world.
Okay.
We have SI, we partners with SI.
SI
is systems integrators.
Okay.
They're just software house where they develop applications.
Cool.
So we jump in and then educate them about this blockchain technology, and we educate them about the NEM technology and how easy it is to develop on NEM.
Cool.
Okay.
Well, yes. At any time, this live stream is very interactive, my friends. So please tune in and bring up your question here in the comment field as well. You can qualify for the airdrop in the comment field, but also please comment with your questions you have here for Nelson, for me, for Huobi. We are happy to answer. That's a very interactive format we have here, Huobi Talk live from Singapore, my friends. All right. I want to jump into something which is called POS, which stands for proof of stake. Proof of stake, and we have POI. Yeah, proof of work, POW, and now you bring up something which is POI, which stands for proof of importance.
Proof of importance is the consensus algorithm that we use for NEM.
Is it new? Someone else use it? Is it your own?
It's our own. It's been developed by the developers.
It sounds fancy, but what actually
does.
POI? What does proof of importance stands for?
It is. It means to understand POI, you have to understand POW, which is proof of work. You solve applications, and it's very energy intensive, right? POS, it's the analogy. A good example for that is the rich gets richer. The more money you have, the more interest you will get. Yeah,
it's like in a company.
Staking,
it's like voting stake. You know, if I own 50% of the token or the company, I have half of the voting
Agreed.
rights. Yeah, proof of stake. Correct.
So we took all the disadvantages of POW and POI, and we developed POS and POW, and we developed POI. POI encourages people to have a certain amount of ZEMs and spend it. There is a saying, to make an economy grow, you have to make sure people spend. So with POI, we reward ZEM holders that use it to spend. So the more transactions on the blockchain network, the more people will benefit, especially we call the harvesters.
Okay, tell me about harvesting, because actually you can't mine NEM, right?
You cannot
XEM,
mine NEM.
Yeah.
What you can do is, you promise the network that you have 10,000 ZEMs, and you tell the network...
You promise or you show them?
Well...
Because I can promise a lot.
How
do I verify?
It has to be a tangible promise. You have a wallet, your NEM Nano wallet, or iOS wallet, or Android. You have 10,000 ZEMs as a balance.
Okay, so someone can check it because of the address, and they can see.
No, the blockchain will check it for you.
Okay.
And then you say, hey, I have 10,000 ZEMs, and I would like to do harvesting, so that when there is a fee on the blockchain, you'll get that.
So you can get a chunk of the fee.
Yeah.
So you can make money in form of XEM.
Yeah. So it's like earning interest in a bank.
Okay, but you all have to invest energy, like electricity?
No, you can turn off your, that's the good thing about it. You can turn off your wallet and don't worry about it. Just check it the next day or two.
The risk reward is, my risk is to put it in your wallet because it's just specific places where I can harvest, correct?
Yes, yeah.
But is it not a form of staking?
Well,
you don't want to call it like this?
Well, well, if you're not spending and you're just hoarding it, your POI rating goes down. That's why we encourage people to spend it. Say send it to your friend or use it as a payment and so on. So your POI rating goes up.
Cool. So explain me, what kind of return can I expect on a yearly basis, something like that?
It's random.
In average, what's happening over the last 6-12 months?
Well, I myself do it as well. Sometimes I get 1 or 2 or 5 ZEMs. It depends. Sometimes 0.
Okay, so
it's random. It's random.
And it's random. It's decided by algorithm or by.
It's decided by an algorithm on the NEM blockchain.
Wow.
Yeah.
So I want to tune in from our community. We have plenty of questions. I'm just grabbing one. Oh my God, how do we start? Does NEM has no? That's not the right timing. Wow. So many questions about the hack in January. Maybe just quickly reporting about that. So it wasn't actually a hack on NEM. It was.
No, it's more on a hack on the exchange. We have this security system called multi-signature.
Yes.
Which is an on-chain security. You know how multi-signature works, right? Two of three, 2 people must approve before
3 or 5.
the transaction, and so on. So that's the idea behind it. If CoinCheck have used that feature, they could have avoided this. Okay. So anyway, this is I can't make any more further comment because it's a police matter now.
Legal.
And the good thing about CoinCheck is they're returning the funds to their customers.
So actually,
that's a good thing. Yeah.
Actually, it was not on your behalf. It was more like.
It's the CoinCheck's actions. Yeah.
Okay. Good for understanding. And on your side, there was no security issue ever.
There is no security issue. Our NEM blockchain platform is working perfectly fine.
Cool. We always, our guys say like, Nelson is so handsome, but please speak louder. For me, he's kind of shouting.
Okay. I am shouting already. I don't know why. Hang on. Let's fix the mic. How's that? Yeah.
I think
very good.
Yes. Just pull it out.
Okay. Sure.
Guys, actually, fun fact at this time. We're here in Singapore and we have kind of air conditioning, but we're both sweating, It's 30 degrees outside and 40 inside in Celsius, guys. And it's actually fun because, you know, we're sitting quite close, we're sweating together. It's kind of a sauna session here at Huobi Talk. Huobi Talk goes spa, episode number 26. So, back to business. You have so many, I want to, at this episode, to really like bring NEM and XCM closer to the traders of Huobi Pro, and just for everyone to understand it, because it sounds complex on the first hand. Like, let me be honest. Like, I look at this, it's like Catapult. You have like, what is it called? Mijin, and you have Mosaic. So, and POI. It's like so many terms, and like for someone just trying to get in and understand it, how can we break it down? Maybe on the side of Catapult now.
Okay. Catapult is a new iteration for NEM. It's written on C++. It will be used to provide more security and scalability, and more features as well. Can I have the slide of the Catapult, please?
Yes.
Okay. So this NEM Catapult. Let's talk more about it. It has aggregated transactions. It has multi-level, multi-signature accounts, and layered architecture.
What does it mean?
I'll briefly explain the 3 points there. So the aggregated transactions, its purpose is like, say, it's acting as an escrow system, you know. So imagine there's 3 parties. They want to exchange anything of value. So they can do a transaction at the same time. So you try to risk a scammer trying to run away. Say, for example, I'm a buyer, you're a seller. So there is an escrow guy here, making sure that we're okay. If we both said okay,
the third party, the
transaction goes.
Yes.
You know, so it's an escrow system.
Cool.
The second one is the more on security purpose. Okay, these multi-level and multi-signature accounts. The layered architecture, it's layered because so that if one layer is, you know, it fails, the other layers won't be affected, and the platform will still keep running. So that's the reason behind it with the Catapult. Yeah.
So it's a backup.
It's a backup, yeah.
Cool.
Similar to for the techie OSI layer.
Okay.
It's used for communication purpose by TCP/IP.
Cool.
That's layered. So we're following a similar concept.
Good. Why reinventing the wheel if there's already a trusted concept, man?
Okay.
So at this point, please, community, Nelson is here just for you. Ask him more questions, ask more questions, and I'm just grabbing one of them. We have here how NEM Foundation work seamlessly when the members are all around the world. And I think he's asking about different time zones, you know, like Skyping, traveling. How does it all work together? Is it like a Slack or just...
Okay, so...
I mean, like, you're the right guy to ask because he's managing the community,
Yep.
he's knowing everyone.
Yep, that's a very good question, Billy. I'm based in Australia.
Yes.
So other guys are based in Belgium, Tokyo, Japan. Some are in Malaysia, Singapore, China. So we have a meeting every first Sunday of the month.
Online, offline?
Well, we have to adjust the timing. Sometimes I have to adjust 1 a.m.
Okay.
So imagine the effort that we have to put in. So I'm at 1 a.m. It's probably daylight in Europe, etc., etc. So we have a monthly meeting, but now we will have a weekly meeting to make sure that everything is in sync and everything is in line with our mission. Our mission is to go out there and educate people about the NEM blockchain technology.
Okay.
And
And this will be like a decade of bringing NEM to the masses?
a decade, maybe less. Maybe within 2 years or 3 years.
Yeah, but actually, the end goal is, you know, you told me personally when we were here, you are in for the long shot, you know.
Long term, yes. So long term is make sure that SME are using the NEM blockchain technology. That's our main target.
Small, medium enterprises.
Yes, and various countries as well.
Cool.
Yeah.
We have Hongvu, I guess this name is Vietnamese. He's asking, does NEM have any relationship with Tomo Chain, Tomo
Chain. Well, this is created by Utopian Future. I heard it's an ERC20 with Ethereum.
Yes.
So
I actually invested in their thing. Okay. I know them. I know.
Yep. So they're based in Vietnam.
Yes, they're also legally in Singapore. They just had an $8.5 million round for the initial offering this January.
Congrats to them. Congrats.
Yes.
Yeah.
So no relation, no partnership yet?
No, nothing. No. I'm focused on NEM.
Yeah, this question. Gulshan Kushwa, I hope I pronounced it right, is asking what is the total supply of this token?
It's 9 billion, but it's 8,999.
Okay. Tell me what's going. Who smoked what, when, why 8,999,999,999? What this one missing token?
I think it was because number 8 is a lucky number.
So
that's why it's 8,999,999.
Okay.
So less 1.
This was the purpose of the total supply.
That was the purpose.
Okay.
Yes. Yeah.
Looks funny if you look at the market cap. Yeah. Okay. Thank you for Gulshan to come up with this interesting question, because I was personally wondering for the last 1.5 years what's going on there. Huh? Is it a coding error? Yeah. My friend. Saying the develops user. Oh, this is a technical question.
Oh yeah, I can answer that.
Apex Investments W is asking, where are you saying that the developers use Java on your platform?
Well, the good thing about our platform is if you go to nemlibrary.com, that's like a Bible for the developers. The good thing is we are programming language agnostic. When I say programming language agnostic, we have various wrappers for Java, JavaScript, PHP, C++, C#, and all other languages out there developed by our community. So nemlibrary.com, if you go to that website, it says code once, learn many. So you don't need a specific programmer to develop any blockchain-based applications in the NEM platform. Just get those programmers that can understand the said language I mentioned earlier, and away you go. And if you need support, we have a NEM help desk that are on standby, or you can send us an email and someone will reply and refer someone to you.
Cool. Yeah, thank you for this insert here. Yeah, I think there's some people also coming from a tech side that are interested also using the platform itself, right? So just tell me, NEM, is it built on some already existing chain? Did you decide to come up with your own chain, and why?
It's written from scratch.
Okay.
So we list down all the disadvantages of all the blockchains out there.
Yeah.
In terms of scalability, in terms of ease of use, in terms of developing applications on it. So that's why they built NEM. You know, we have a set of APIs for the developers to use easily. And look, just go to nemlibrary.com, and all the answers that you need in terms of development-wise are on that website.
So it's like a wiki for NEM, correct?
Yes. Yes.
Cool.
Correct,
you have your own
correct.
wiki. How about the whole thing, like the token allocation, the utility of the token? Like, okay, we have this crazy number, we got it. How much is circulating?
I'm not sure.
Percentage.
Well, it's hard to say. I haven't kept up for a while because I was so focused on this project.
It's changing?
It's changing.
Okay.
All I know is the number of super nodes is increasing, about 500 plus now.
How many token do I have to get a super node?
You need 3 million ZEMs. So you're kind of promising the network that I have 3 million ZEMs and I can do a super node.
3 million is around, what is it, 700 US dollars, 700,000 US at the moment, something like that?
Yeah.
So not for everybody, right?
It's not for everyone. It's for big investors or early investors of NEM.
Yes.
That has 3 millions. The incentives that they get is they get like around 300 ZEMs a day. So
okay.
around about 4,000, 5,000 US dollars a month passive income.
Okay, that's kind of a nice return. Where do I have to park it to get the super node?
You set up, we have a guide, or you can go to NEM help desk and they'll give you the website link where you can go.
Yeah.
It's in the nem.io forum.
Okay.
The guidelines are over there how to set up a super node.
Nem.io?
Yeah, nem.io. That's the website.
Full of advertising today. I didn't even know that this thing exists. Look at that, guys. Isn't that funny? He's all in, my friends. He is all in.
Yes.
Wow. Cool. So, supernodes, exciting, but just for friction of our viewers. The other thing was, what was it, 30,000 XEM
for the local harvesting,
yes.
10,000 ZEMs.
Quite a similar function. It also generates tokens, but randomly.
Randomly, yes.
So if you have the 3 million, it's almost not guaranteed, but there's a continuous daily rate.
Continuous,
yes.
Okay. Yeah.
I totally got it. I hope our community also can follow on this point. So the function of XEM, is it a spendable currency? What is the utility behind it?
It is used for when you do transaction on the NEM blockchain platform, you have to pay fees. Okay, I think this is a good idea for to mention Mijin, as you mentioned.
Oh yeah,
Mijin is a private fee-less network. It's exactly the same as the NEM technology. Okay?
Where's the name coming from? Mijin sounds Japanese.
It is. It was forked by a Japanese developer in Japan.
So NEM blockchain was forked by Mijin.
Yes.
It's his real name.
To provide private blockchain. It's for a corporate people, you know. So say for example, I'm a corporate here in Singapore.
Yes.
You have a corporate there, which is, we're the same company, okay? And we need a private chain so that we can communicate securely. So we use Mijin so that we can do the transaction.
So is it only for high volume traders or like?
High volume or if you want a highly secured, or you don't, with a public chain.
There's less volume, less participants?
Exactly, yes.
Yeah, just faster, like
faster.
Lightning speed, huh?
Yeah, yeah. So that's the main purpose.
At this stage, I want to get my friend Son Din Viet. I also believe one of our Vietnamese followers here. What is the focus in the security of NEM? Because it's related to, so you just talk about Mijin, and so what is the security factor? Like why did you decide to allow the fork, or why did they fork? Is it like there's no security issue? It's just like to split it? It's like diversifying? Is it like to separate user groups?
Well, with Mijin, it's fee-less, so there's no token.
Never ever?
Never.
Promised?
Never.
Who promised it?
Well,
him or you or both?
Well, it's done by Tech Bureau of Japan.
Okay.
His name is CEO Takawa Sayama. He's one of the council member as well.
Okay.
So they created Mijin to cater the enterprise grade corporate guys to have a private blockchain.
Yes.
So that was the main purpose of that. Because if you use the public chain, you'll be paying fees on every transactions, and it may become costly. It may become costly for the people that will be using it. So we sometimes tell them, okay, you can use Mijin so that you can save some fees.
Okay, cool.
And they go, but it won't benefit your public chain. But my answer to that is the fact that you're using our technology, it's better, it's good for us. Your success is our success, so that when we do a talk out there, we can mention your name, that you guys are using this technology.
Cool, cool. Our community is getting very hot on this one question. I think in the future we can also have like an element where we vote the questions, because this question is repeating and repeating. It's regarding your team. Like, how many team members do you actually have?
We have 100 plus. We're very active in China, Southeast Asia, Australia, New Zealand, Latin America, in Ukraine, some other parts in Russia as well, in the US, globally. That's our target.
Cool. So 100 plus, and are they all like getting paid, or is it like you contribute, you're volunteering, like you at the beginning, like how long were you volunteering without making any money?
1 year.
1 year working for free. You had some side income or savings or whatever.
Well,
and then
got nothing to do. I was bored at my day job, so I decided to help out, you know.
Okay.
And I mentioned before, I'm one of the early investors.
Okay, so
NEM wins, I win as well.
So indirectly on the long run. Oh,
Yep.
okay, I get it.
Yep.
Beautiful. Wow. So guys, YouTube live, once again for the guys who are tuning in right now, we have an exciting airdrop. I have to announce again and repeat it, because this is actually exciting. We're dropping up to 4 tokens today. So our level of 1,500 people, let me check the number actually. Oh my God, we reached it, correct? I get a thumbs up from my team. We're around 1,500, so I'm very confident on that. Yes, that's great. So we reached the first tier. Everyone will get 118.64 tokens each. So the HT and the NEM token, it's called XEM, is given after 3 days of this live video, and the GTC, which is the Game.com token, and the MEN, which is the Matrix token, will be dropped to your wallet only if these projects get listed till the end of April on HADAX, my friends. At this stage, once again, how do you participate? How do you qualify for this airdrop? You just put your Huobi UID at Vote on HADAX in the comment section on this live video, and you are actually allowed to participate. At this stage, the questions are more than ever before. When I was hosting, it's exciting. We have so many different kind of questions, like techies, nerds, kind of. Then we have like general questions about your person. I think it's also interesting. I think a lot of female viewers here say that Nelson is very handsome. I can agree, thank you. So we have also a question a question from Ronald. Why are masternodes so expensive to make? The high price is a large barrier to entry for retail users. Ronald, let me quick answer on his behalf. Back then it wasn't expensive, right? So there were 3 million NEM. Who did expect that in such a short time you have a market cap over 2 billion? Yeah. So actually it was maybe calculated or looked at of a couple of thousands back then when it started actually. So the barrier is not set on purpose, am I right?
Well, the thing is, we didn't realize it would go up so fast. So back then, to have a super node, you only need like what, $2,000?
Yeah,
you know?
ridiculous.
Ridiculous, yeah, that's right. Because that's the development of it.
Okay.
Well, now I know if you jump in, you think it's too late. Maybe not, you know.
Yeah, maybe 700K on the long run is nothing, but I have to also mention, you know, a super node has to have 0.1, 0.01 of the total token supply. So they look at it as a more significant stake of the total supply. So like percentage-wise, a super node has at least like 1/10,000th of the whole supply or something. So Ronald, we like NEM couldn't just cut it down to like whatever 100,000 NEM, and then it would be like too many super nodes around there and too many noises. Am I right?
That's a possibility.
You also want to
as well,
limit it, right?
I have to talk to the foundation if they allow such adjustment.
Okay.
But for now, we're sticking to Supernode with 3 million ZEMs and local harvesting, which has 10,000 ZEMs, if you want to participate on the network.
Wow. Here, how about this question from Farah? How you guys name your developments, etc.? Why call it Mijin, Catapult, any meaning? So Mijin from Japan, was it?
Mijin is from Japan. Catapult is from the European guys. They gave it a name. Well, it's up to them to give it a name, I guess.
Yeah.
There's no reason behind it, I guess.
And we Mosaic, I think, also a topic
Mosaic,
I'm interested in talking to.
Yeah.
Mosaic, you pronounce.
Mosaic
okay.
is a representation of any digital token, anything with value on the NEM blockchain. So the idea behind it is to create a token on a blockchain, in our blockchain. What you do is you first create a namespace. Namespace is like a DNS. It's like getting apple.com or any website.
Okay. So you register the domain?
Yep. So once you have the namespace, you can attach as many Mosaic as you can.
Oh, where's the name Mosaic coming from? This is actually Farad asking, why Mosaic? Why Catapult?
That's we're just following.
Name finder, Google, put it in like we are fancy.
The developers
blockchain.
did that. The developers given it a name.
Okay.
So you got your namespace, your Mosaic that can represent anything of value. This could be a token. This could be your birth certificate. This could be your anything of value. You know. So a good example is so namespace will be my name. I'll make a sub namespace called land, and then I'll make a Mosaic represented by 1 digital, divisible by 0, because I want it to be one whole number, and call it land, whatever land or some information's on it.
So Mosaic.
So if I transfer you my Mosaic,
yeah,
you have the ownership of my land.
Okay.
That it's a digital representation.
Is it like a land title?
Yeah, you can put a land title or anything of with value. I have a company.
Gold?
I want to, yeah. Or I have a company, I want to produce 10,000 shares, to 10,000 shares. So I'll call it Mosaic. So namespace will be my company name.
Yeah.
And I'll create Mosaic representing 10,000 shares.
but Mosaic is just for the ownership, right? And
It's
there
a
something
digital token on the NEM blockchain technology.
Okay, and do you also have something like DApps, decentralized applications?
Decentralized applications.
You don't call it.
apps?
Yeah,
we don't call it. We call it smart applications.
Yeah.
Okay.
But similar.
It's similar,
Yeah.
but ours is off the chain.
Okay.
Our application will only interact with the public chain if we need to do a transaction. So our
you publish the
blockchain
result,
is clean.
and basically, for everyone to understand, it's more or less you work off-chain or side-chain, however you want to call it.
Off the chain, we call it off the chain.
Yes, and then you publish the result if you need to save or communicate with another party,
That is
decentralized.
correct.
Okay.
So the blockchain is only for recording purpose. Okay.
Yes.
Not like the other competition out there where you write the application and you put it on the blockchain. After a year, there's a bug. You cannot stop or correct that bug because it's already on the blockchain, unless you can rewind the blockchain. But you'll be
no, you can't.
You can't. It's immutability.
Everyone has to agree to reboot it.
Exactly.
Find everyone personally to reboot the chain. Impossible. Yeah. So, but it sounds fancy, and also here not to just pamper you, but also to grill you a little bit. So, what are the actually user numbers? Who is actually developing on NEM? Is it like, it sounds good, it's trading well, but honestly, also the volume is compared to the market cap quite low if you see around other coins. And who's actually working with it? Is it like a future prediction? We will be big, and you selling the dream, the promise, or actually already thousands, tens of thousands of people developing on it?
I would say we have 70 leads working on a various project on the NEM blockchain in Australia.
Lead developers?
No, like leads, business leads that develop.
Partnerships?
Yeah. And we have 50 in the Philippines, and the rest are in Southeast Asia and China as well. Our job is to babysit them and provide them guidance and all the information they need.
Incubate them. Okay.
In terms of advice.
Yeah.
And maybe if they want to do the funding as well.
Yes.
So for incubating purpose. So that's what we do. But there's a lot of projects out there. We have Copyright Bank. We have Proxima X. We have Blackstag. Blackstag is a proof of authenticity. Say a Rolex, how do you know it's authentic? So they'll be using the Blackstag technology to ID those Rolex watches so that you can make sure that they're legit.
So you don't have to trust Rolex anymore, that your certificate is valid?
Check the blockchain.
You check the blockchain.
Yep.
So Rolex has access to it, you as a user has access to it, and then we just trust the third party. That's actually the general thing everyone tries to do, to outsource the trust, yeah? Because me and you, I mean, like, you look legit, I should trust you, but let's say our transaction volume or the transaction between me and you goes 100x, and we're just friends for a short time, so it's like, he's a good friend, but actually I want to fool him, so if you do it on a transaction on the blockchain, kind of impossible, right?
Yes, that's
so.
right.
So that's the main idea behind it. Beautiful. So dApps in your case called smart applications.
Smart applications, yes.
Cool. Good to know. Relating questions or no? But I have Abdullah asking, one key challenge for blockchain. It's a general question. So one key challenge for blockchain tech is mass adoption. How NEM aim to solve this?
Very good questions. That's what we're doing right now.
Yeah.
So we go around the world and we educate people, not only just the normal people or the masses, but we educated the government guys, the systems integrators, the developers, and we introduce them what blockchain, what are the various use cases of the blockchain technology, and we introduce them the NEM.
Okay.
Why use NEM? Why are we one of the best, and so on and so forth? Because we focus on the development of the applications, not the price.
Okay, so the enterprises or businesses, small, medium businesses, when they look into it, at the moment, there's so many people promising so much. This is a question for me right now, just coming up. Like, why should they decide for NEM instead of Ether, instead of there's like, even today, right now, like today, I just looked at my Blockfolio and I saw like EOS is going crazy, up 50%, trading at $9 at this second, whatever. So even in this time, like from January till April now, a lot of altcoins lost 70, 80, 90%,
Yes.
and EOS is actually back up to before. So there's a lot of excitement because I think they also will do like a token swap and go on their own chain. Right now they are just the biggest market cap ERC20 token, and so I see EOS having a lot of attention at the moment. Ether itself, you know, it's around in everyone's mouth. If I just go in America to a housewife, I always like to make this example, you know, the one who buys their token just like it's Bitcoin and it's Ethereum. Maybe sometimes just Bitcoin, but the second everyone knows already about Ethereum and they know about this quite memorable guy called Vitalik.
Yes.
So how about Ethereum and EOS and other projects heading in the same direction, trying to be a platform and solving all kind of similar problems like you, having maybe proof of work, proof of stake, you coming with proof of importance. So I see some unique edges, some USPs, but please explain to me when you like, it's more like a sales pitch. Like, don't misunderstand me, but they have so much variety and they overwhelmed. Yes. So yes, I understand you're one of with the biggest market caps around for long, quite a good name, yeah. And so this is one of the advantages, but why should use NEM over something else?
Number one, you contact us and we will be there to support you from A to Z.
So the
Okay.
best customer support team, I mean,
Yes.
Manila and the Philippines are very famous for like 24/7. Okay.
Yeah.
So you actually can talk in the world of blockchain to someone, which is kind of rare, right?
Yeah.
Not just on Telegram. I mean, like, can I call you if I want?
You can give us a call, you can send us an email, you can contact us on Telegram, Facebook, Twitter. And if you need help with your project, you want to blockchain it, you want to learn more about the NEM blockchain technology, we will be there and introduce the blockchain technology, why we are the best out there.
Cool.
I know it's a bold statement that we're the best, but we will try our best to be the #1 blockchain out there.
But why not
You know?
Ether? Ether is so trusted. The market cap is X times higher than yours. I mean, like, this doesn't mean anything, but Ether, there's a lot of Ether developers and it's already public and there's a kind of trust to the name and to the principle already. So, like, okay, by default, like, there's no ICO or there's no token supplying, dropping, being distributed using your technology as a platform yet, right? There's no NEM
We have some already.
starting publicly already or coming?
The recent one is, I'm not sure if I'm allowed to say it.
Don't say anything that could kill you. We are live. We can't cut.
I'm sorry, guys. We do have.
So there's something in the making.
We have like Bankera.
Oh, I heard about that.
Bankera.
Yeah.
We have Deemcoin
Uh-huh.
that was there, and others. There's one recently. It's a bit sensitive right now, so I can't mention it. I'm sorry.
Okay,
Yeah.
totally fine. But there is something in the making and something already happened. So, but compared to ERC20 offering, like,
Well,
it's nothing compared.
The thing is, as I mentioned before, we follow this strategy called Blue Ocean strategy, where we
the
focus on
blue ocean. So the ocean is blue and wide and deep. What does blue ocean mean?
And big,
Long game.
meaning the market is big.
It doesn't really matter
Yep.
about the competition. We all gonna have our
Yes.
piece of the cake, right?
Yeah.
Gotcha.
So that's what our target. And also note, we never been hacked. We never had any immutability or rewind of the blockchain.
Yeah, but
never.
But you also had less transactions and less demand on your chain compared to Ether, correct?
Agree, but unfortunately, people gets attracted on the value of the coins, like the price is high. What our mission is to build the fundamentals
Yes.
behind NEM. Make sure that we're ready, and once this bubble bursts, we'll just pass through it.
Okay. So
How?
definitely
With
in
a
the long
strong
run.
fundamentals.
Because you have developers, you have a team,
We
you
have
have
developers,
foundation.
we have applications to showcase the government, SMEs. You
Okay.
know? It's all on the website, nem.io. If you go there, go to the community sections and the projects, you'll find out that we have IoT on our blockchain. You'll find out that we have Nemventory, which is inventory on it's a proof of concept. So all the projects are over there. They're open source. Feel free to take it up, study it and evolve it to the next level so that you can create a business out of it. There's a lot of business to be made in this blockchain technology. And I foresaw this back when I did the Bitcoin thesis in Australia. So that's why one of my mission as well is to tell people,
Yeah.
look, this is a chance for you to create a business out of the blockchain. Go for it, attack it, and use NEM.
Spread the word. That's the next best thing. And we have one speedboat for you waiting here. Honestly, it's for free. Just take it. Don't even look around. It's overwhelming. Here you go.
And you know what? Our service is for free. You know? I'll go there, present it to you, and so on and so forth. And we'll even provide BAs, business analysts, to guide you from A to Z. Because I can't be there all the time, you know. So the BA's job is to make sure that all the questions they have, any questions or any technical questions, we have a technical team from Malaysia that goes to that chat room. So we have hundreds of Telegram chat rooms right now that we manage. Yes, hundreds.
Why not just one per language? What's wrong with you?
Because different projects, we build a.
Oh, so every project on NEM gets its own channel?
Yes.
Okay, but you have to manage all of them?
Yeah.
Because you say we are full service, we do it for you?
Yeah.
Oh my God, that's plug and play. It's crazy. You're taking so much. They're not paying you, right?
They're not paying us, and other blockchains have that?
No. You help to scale them, and then they develop on you because there's so much accessibility and easy. It sounds really good, but okay, let's say, how to start? Like everybody, just someone listening has a Huobi Pro account, a HADAX account. Okay, to buy it, go on Huobi Pro and you can buy it against Bitcoin, against Ethereum, against USDT, correct? Yeah. So then I have the NEM. So can I participate on the NEM blockchain? Like, do I go on nem.io and then I can go either for the, how you call it, not staking, it's called?
Harvesting.
Yes, harvesting. Your alternative to
minimum 10,000 ZEMs. If you have minimum 10,000 ZEMs.
Only?
Yep.
So 10,000, okay, that's affordable, kind of.
Yep.
So, and how did everybody, like my friends, how can they participate in NEM, develop on, use it, exchange it? Actually, they just use your wallet and can exchange as a currency just right away, within minutes, within an hour?
Well, you have to go through different exchanges if you want to exchange it to your local currency.
Correct. If you want fiat, if you want cash.
Convert it to Bitcoin and then cash.
Fully understood.
Yeah.
But if I just, let's say on Huobi Pro, I buy my XEM, I have 1,000 XEM.
Yeah.
I get a wallet, the iOS wallet, the Android wallet on my phone.
Yep.
I can
we
send
do
it
have
there.
that, yes.
Transaction speed, very good.
Within 60 seconds.
So I go there. Also, I can scan another code on another app and I can send it within. So
yes. Yep. We do have those apps.
Then let me ask you. Ripple, XRP, maybe you don't want to talk about it, I don't know, I don't care. The thing is, XRP has at least the idea behind it, if you talk to them, if you listen to them, that they want to somehow for the banks have a kind of stable coin with less fluctuation so people can use it as a kind of stable asset to interchange. So, but how about XEM? I myself saw it's also not really fluctuating that extreme. Sometimes it elevates and then it's stabilized again, then it elevates or goes down, whatever, but it's not just like spikes all the time. So is it the idea behind it and how to control this as an organization? This would be my complex question, but for me it's honestly very interesting and I haven't asked anyone before.
Like I mentioned before, we're not too worried about the fluctuation of the price.
But if I want just my friend John, he sits there and I want to get a product from him next week and I pay him now and he says like, oh my God, the thing increased 30%. So at the moment, because of the volume and like there's not the world already participating in, so it's actually not predictable and it's not a really stable coin.
It's like the other coins out there.
Yeah.
All of it fluctuates.
Yeah, it's hard to bring a stabilization in there because the market decides the pricing. Okay.
If you want a stable coin, you introduce another mosaic and that will be flat.
Okay.
As long as you don't trade it on the exchange, okay?
Okay.
And if you want a flat one-to-one
alternative to USDT.
Yeah.
I get it. Perfect. Well, this question is coming up again. I spoke about Ethereum, I spoke about EOS, and EOS spiked over 40% today. So this question is from Justin. Even in this bear market, Nelson, what are your thoughts on EOS? So they're forcing you to give a statement on EOS. Please answer.
I'll tell you my honest answer on this question. Since I started with NEM, I'm only focused on NEM. I saw the chart. There's a sudden spike. I don't know. Is there a positive news in terms of fundamentals, like new development, maybe a new developer coming on board who has a good background, you know?
Or it's getting closer to the token swap in general. And anyway, there's always good news and a lot of people backing EOS. But there's something specific today. We can look into it later, Justin. But I think what Nelson is saying here is he's so much focused on NEM and really like having this view. Some would criticize that, but honestly, where focus goes, energy flows. Yeah. So and if you focus on everybody and you don't focus on yourself, what the hell, you know?
Yeah.
So I think it's actually an advantage being so narrow and really just focusing on what you're doing. So I wouldn't really criticize that. We have Faith Lee is asking, is there other project to be built on NEM blockchain? So project maybe like a new offering coming out soon?
There is, it's called Proxima X.
Proxima X?
Yeah, it's decentralized storage. It's similar to Filecoin.
Okay.
So we have a public chain called NEM blockchain. Okay?
Yes.
And we're gonna marry this technology called IPFS,
So
Interplanetary File System. It's another project of one of our guys in the foundation.
When is the wedding?
When is the
wedding? You said.
Okay. Well, it's in development right now, but it looks very promising.
Okay.
Because we have to admit, at the moment, our blockchain is only for recording purpose.
Mm-hmm.
If you marry the IPFS technology into this blockchain, what do you get? More use cases. What are these use cases? Real estate, medical records, AI, KYC, and so on.
To me, it sounds like
because you still need a database or a storage, you know.
Understood. In easy terms, it sounds like a gold digger. You marry someone, you give up your real estate, your land titles, everything, right? Kind of the typical Western gold digger marriage.
Gold digger.
Yeah, fun fact at the side, right? What does NEM stand for? Gary is asking, our community.
In the beginning, it's called New Economy Movement.
Yeah. New Economy Movement.
But now we only call it as NEM.
Okay.
Yeah.
And NEM, easy, quick. People recognize it quicker. Good.
Yeah.
Thanks for this question, Gary. NEM.io. Nang Dian Amazing is asking, enjoy the show. Thank you, NEM. I learned something new to me. Yeah, always happy to know that it's beneficial to all of you guys. And there's always something to pick. And we really try to have this format very interactive and basic. Yes, blockchain can sound complex in the beginning, but if we break it down in all of these specific terms, like what is POI, proof of importance. Okay, then, what does it mean? What's the difference? And then everyone can really follow and understand it. Yeah. And we try to make it in an easy English, and I hope everyone can follow here. And I am happy to be your host and part of that. At this point, let me just quickly jump back to our YouTube live viewer number. We are still over 1,500, so everyone is qualified. Over 1,600 at this moment. And look at this, Nelson. Look, it's just ping, 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 ping. All the Huobi IDs, all the questions. I can't follow. Thank God we have our beautiful team here in the background working on it and picking the questions. So at this point, once again, please feel free to just comment in this YouTube live stream with your question, and we are more than happy to pick you. Exciting questions to Nelson, to myself, to Huobi Pro, about HADAX, whatever. The team will work and filter you out, so please do that. Wow, Nelson, so much to discuss because you have so much track record and you're doing already for quite a few years. So you are based in Sydney and coming a lot to the Philippines, to Asia. You actually flew in just for us, is it right?
Yes, that's correct. I was asked by NEM China team to come in, so and they're good friends of ours.
I'm honored, and in the name of Huobi, thank you for doing this effort to be here with us today. So that's actually very nice of you. NEM is a never-ending story, never-ending never-ending
mission or movement.
A never-ending machine. Yeah. So that's also another meaning of NEM in my private view. So the business technology roadmap for the future. You brought something maybe?
If we can have the slides up, please.
Yes.
So these are just roadmap, business roadmap and technology roadmap. I'm not saying this will happen. This is just a draft.
There's no guarantee, but actually it's your outline what you want to do in the future.
It's just a draft right now, okay? So our mission is to spread the word all around the world, and that is still our mission, you know? That's why we're going around the world, attending various conferences and showcasing our use cases that we have, you know.
Yes.
So that's just a draft roadmap that we have. Yes.
But actually here, John is also asking about the slide and going on, like more details. What is actually coming and when? You say like we don't want to promise, yes, because then you declare something and something. So, but there is a lot in the pipeline.
There is a lot in the pipeline. Unfortunately, I'm not allowed to mention anything of that because of NDA.
Yeah.
Yes.
Non-disclosure. I understand. So for all of our friends, you can only just stop the video or later, or just scroll back to this page and you see Q1, 2, 3, possibly even on the nem.io page for all the details, updates, and the roadmap for the future. I think there are exciting plans out. We have another. Oh my God! There's so many questions. This NEM is, I think everyone is familiar with you already, so they're actually quite happy that they can like get hold of you and ask you questions. So Jonathan Basnato Nelson, that maybe it's his name. Can you cover the multi-sig technology and how it differs from most blockchain techs? So is it like a whole new multi-sig technology or is it quite similar?
You see, our blockchain is written from scratch.
Yes.
So one of its early features is the multi-sig. And you know what's the best about this multi-sig? It's editable multi-sig. Say for example, I set it up and it's on the chain. The NEM multi-sig is on the chain. Say for example, I set it today. After 2 months, I want to replace the consigner number 2 with another one. So I simply remove consigner number 2 with the new one and away you go. That's how amazing our multi-signature. It's not managed by third party, but it's managed by the NEM blockchain.
So
on the chain.
So is it decentralized or is it somehow?
It's decentralized. Yeah.
So it's fully decentralized.
Yep.
It must be for multi-sig contract, wallet, whatever. Yeah.
Yes.
So that's the basic. But so no one of your founding team council could overrule it interact?
No way. No. That defies the decentralization rule.
Just between us, there's no one can manipulate it,
right?
It's on
the chain. It's on the chain.
Not even you, yeah.
For the newbies out there, multi-signature means a good example is a payroll. The accountant wants to pay salaries of the people, so that accountant sends out the payments. Boss number 1, boss number 2. If you set it up as 2 of 3, so 2 consignatories must say yes. So if boss number 1 said yes, boss number 2 said yes, the transaction will flow in.
So it's always the majority, 2 out of 3, 3 out of 5.
And so on. If they don't agree, one said no or didn't respond, the transaction will go back.
Okay.
Our transaction is
refused. Okay, cool.
So amazing, huh?
So the basic bullets are similar to other multi-sig contracts, but then you thought more about the...
I heard the multi-sig is managed by third party with the other blockchains. I don't want to mention which one.
So sometimes or half centralized, half decentralized. I know what you're targeting. Yeah, we don't want to go too deep. Maybe some people don't follow us. Maybe we would offense the one or another project here this time.
Comment.
And we are all friends here at Huobi Talk, and we all work with, because the blue ocean, like it's so beautiful. We have the blue ocean just behind us, right? So this means even in the exchanges, there is no competition and blood and something like this. You know, there's such a big blue ocean where everyone can find their positioning, and we bring out the HADAX, and there's another market out there. You know, there's for community votes on what's getting listed and not. And NEM, it's actually one should not see blockchain and the coin and the token as like really like fighting and crashing each other. It's like more or less, hey, we're working like for whatever the version 3.0 of digital of the internet, and let's all put hands together and work together, because it's a multi-billion dollars, soon to be $1 trillion industry. We all can have just a very small chunk of a cake, and we're already successful, and we have a big reach. So I love this blue ocean, and thank you for this analogy. Yes, this is amazing. Wow, we are here at Huobi Talk. So tell me, NEM XEM is listed on Huobi, is doing quite well volume-wise. So
number second.
Today you
volume,
checked? Okay, cool. Yeah, very well, honestly. Yeah. So what was the decision to approach Huobi, or Huobi approached you? So you must be on Huobi because Huobi is one of the top players in the world.
That's the main reason. And thanks to the NEM China team for bringing NEM to Huobi Pro. So it's all the hard work and effort of the NEM China team. Cool. Steve Lee and Ronel and the bunch of Team China.
So community thanks to Steve to China for making it happen.
Yeah.
So you're just trading for a couple of months on Huobi, just recently started. That's surprising, but thank God that you're now part of Huobi and the volume's up. So congratulations to that.
Thank you.
Beautiful. And HADAX, I was introducing HADAX recently. At this point, guys, with your Huobi Pro account, you also can vote on HADAX using HT. I just want to line this out because I'm a fan of HADAX. It's actually making voting autonomous. So HADAX stands for Huobi's Autonomous Digital Asset Exchange. And it's quite exciting because of 70% of the score, and the score decides who gets listed or not, comes from the votes of you, of the community, of the ones with the Huobi UID. So guys, it means giving back the power to the people. Everyone is claiming it, but here at Huobi through HADAX, we're actually doing it right now, today already. So that's also exciting because coming back to HADAX, we have two projects in this airdrop segment today. It's called the Game.com token and Matrix. If these products would get listed, they also joined me last week. We had fun together. Happy from Game.com was joining from Phuket Live. We had quite a funny episode last Thursday. And if these two get listed till the end of April, they will be also part of your airdrop you will be receiving. This means we already qualified for the first tier. Everyone who has put their UID with @vote on HADAX at this time will get the HT and the NEM proportionally within 3 days after this video, and the GTC and the MAN will be then if these products get listed on HADAX at the end of April, my friends. I just repeat this because very important, you're tuning in, and we just want to be very clear about that. So the ones who are qualified now, they have the 2 out of 4 token for sure, but the number 3 and 4, MEN and GTC, is not guaranteed at this point. Yeah, very open, very clear. Thank you, my friends. So Nelson, we had already like a tough talk here in the sauna in Singapore. Actually, it's getting getting better, a little bit better. Like I'm happy about that. So what do you think? Huobi Pro is, we talked about Huobi, we talked about the technology behind it, about the idea, the foundation, like the trading, the competition. And we have covered so much. I hope our community can follow because, you know, I feel like we're kind of in the flow, we're getting faster. And we're working good together. Nelson's a really good guy. Sadly, I have to take a flight to Bali later, so we can't go drink tonight, my friend.
No problem.
but maybe you stay for lunch. Okay, my friend. Then another Q&A section. I love Q&A. It's a very interactive format. JW Low is asking, heard Huobi has a new super rebate program. Can share more? Yes, guys. At this stage, I just quickly introduced it, and maybe my team is able to put out the slide. So it's actually very interesting. You bring a friend or someone to trade on Huobi.pro, so to register, and this person, your friend, mentions your code or your UID, and then get connected. This means you can get 30% of their trading fees for the first 90 days. And this is how you actually can get some USDT. It's paid in USDT for the first 90 days of your friends trading. And it's a refer a friend program. And at this stage, we're happy to announce that. And just try it out. There's nothing to lose, you know, because if they trade anyway, why not putting in your UID and you make a couple of bucks out of it? Cool. We have another one. Wow, love from Chinky OJ. I just want to salute and honestly of the host and the NEM representative, very straightforward. Kudos to both. always happy to get love and sending our love back, guys. It's actually fun, yeah. I think we're actually enjoying that. It's not hard working. Yes, it's kind of sweat equity, but it's just because of the equity of the air conditioning. Yeah. So yeah. I don't know. Maybe one day we will have a Huobi Talk here at this stage. Maybe not on a Thursday noontime, but maybe on a Friday, Saturday night, and we have some beers together. Because we want to really keep it like easygoing and conversational. Because it's real. Like crypto actually is not tied up suits and like coming with your whatever team and associates. Crypto is like me and you. It's the future. It's a lot of young developers in funny colored shirts. You know, that's actually what I see usually when I walk around in the crypto world. My friend, question from Ribat Devi. Is there any customer support for Super Rebate? Any group to join? Please reach out to our social media channels. I think Huobi team is always happy to answer questions regarding the rebate, or if you have problems to enroll your friend, or if you traded and you get no whatever, reach out. Huobi Instagram, Twitter, here even on YouTube is not the best way, but on Facebook, whenever, email works all good for us. How much is the NEM t-shirt?
Well, where are you based? If you're based in Singapore, Philippines, go to our headquarters. We'll give it for you for free.
Too much for free. Like no trading fees, like even customer support you give it for the incubation project for free. Okay, but this is like, be careful, né? Tomorrow morning, 8 a.m., 50 people in Singapore, 50 people in let's see.
We have some NEM dolls as well. Can I grab the NEM dolls?
Oh yeah, please. Oh, the funny, cute ones. Oh, why you give me the pink one? Come on. Is it because of the conference?
So we have NEM dolls as well.
Cute, but cute.
Come and see us and we'll give you some.
Wow. This is like a lot of merchandise for free. I think they were even willing to pay, so they were asking for an online shop, for a merchandise shop. Here, Shanyun. So, Shanyun, get ready. Tomorrow, 8 a.m., they're going to open the t-shirts and things for you. But actually quite sweet, and it's always good to have like some brand icon, and it looks fun. Just at this stage, like, is there something behind the colors?
There is it has a meaning. This is made from a golden ratio. Those three colors represents the three developers that we have.
Oh, the core
Jaguar,
team.
Bloody Rookie, and Gimre.
And they have their own color?
Well, it has another meaning. It's another topic of discussion.
Okay, so it's very there's something meaning, deep behind it.
Yeah.
Cool. Wow. Deep waters. Question from Jack. Nelson, I have $2,000 now. What can I do with to start from NEM?
Well, you can buy Zems in Huobi Pro, and away you go.
Yes, and $2,000, it's almost the 10,000 NEMs he needs to get the part of the harvesting. Almost.
Almost, yeah. Is it? I forgot.
10,000.
Well, you need 10,000 Zems, but I'm not sure if $2,000 is.
It's almost reaching. It's 80% of what he needs around. Okay. I would guess.
Yeah.
So yeah, we are not doing any, at this format in general, we're not doing any trading advice, we're not telling you what to buy, trade on your own risk. I have to really make this clear at this point, but it was a NEM related question, so he for sure, he's so much branded and living and like thinking NEM, for sure he tells you all in NEM, but always, as an investor myself and as a trader myself, having a portfolio, and it's always good to diversify, and the all-in is like a gamble, and I would suggest long-term trading and holding. That's my success recipe for so far, and all-in is just actually going in a casino, putting all on black or red on the roulette, and who actually wants to do that? We all want to have assets on the long term, so I make this statement here at this term because I think it's very important. I'm having more like a conservative approach, and I'm investing into the companies and also in the tokens, and I'm also long-term holding because I think Huobi, and this is why I'm associating with Huobi, it's the reason actually they have already a track record of almost 5 years. They're having a kind of conservative approach in this market, and this is the one reason why I'm actually putting my face next to this brand, because I am looking for partners that are legit. And at this point, I would just want to underline this, just my motivation to be here for you. It's fun, but it's also very cool to be partnering with Huobi here at this stage. So many questions, guys. We could stay here for another 2 or 3 hours answering your questions. The thing is, I'm getting kind of hungry, and we're going closer till the end of the session, but let me run through our last part. So I want to give the word to Nelson to share a little bit, just shout out whatever you want to share with your community. Is there anything you want to share more?
Okay. I know most of you guys are very new in this cryptocurrency thing. I'm here for the technology called the blockchain. Blockchain is simply just another layer that runs on top of the internet that solves issues with regards to security. And for me, it's a gift to humanity because it will help return the power back to the people. I mean, number one use case right now is remittances, right? When you send money from one country to another, you pay hefty fees. But with the blockchain technology, you only pay like cents, you know? So, Dennis, thank you for having me here. I would like to say thank you to the Huobi Pro community, the NEM community that, you know, never stopped supporting us, you know. We'll do our best to promote NEM technology out there, and we'll stick to the mission.
Wow. So your community, do you have like the top 5 names where you say, hey, we're so grateful to them, Just last time, I mean, like, we had Game.com having a list of 35 people all by name, so I give you 5. How about that?
I'll give that 5. All I can say is everyone in the NEM Foundation is working hard. All our leaders around the world are working hard as well and reporting back to us on a daily or weekly basis. So good job, everyone. There's just too many names to mention, so I'll just generalize it like, thank you guys, thank you very much.
Makes sense, because if you put one name out there, the others
they'll be like,
why did you
exactly, right?
I'm core member.
I mentioned the 3 programmers that we have.
Yes.
Without them, we won't have a good technology out here.
I'm a little bit tricky. I want to give you one last question.
Oh, okay.
Does NEM has ambassador program?
Yes, we do. You just contact me on email or Telegram.
What's your email?
My email is nvalero@nem.foundation. Send me an email or Facebook or Twitter. NVALERO
yes.
@nem.foundation. That's nvalero@nem.foundation. That's my email address. Go email me directly. If you live in a city where there's no one doing NEM 101, I'll be that guy and I'll support you through and through from A to Z.
Wow. Personally?
Yeah. No, I do that too.
Okay, but at this stage...
if I'm very busy, I allocate someone to them.
Okay, but at this stage, I think the question is obvious. Are you married?
Oh.
Because our female users, they want to know, huh?
They want...
No, because if you offer us one-on-one in Sydney at dinner time, we are doing NEM 1-1?
I'm single right now.
Oh.
Yes.
Oh.
I have a girlfriend in Sydney.
Just a girlfriend, just one, right?
Just
there's
one.
There's space for more? I hope she's not watching. Fuck. No. Honestly, because you're offering free T-shirts, free teddy bears here, and you want to have one-on-ones with our female community. I mean, like, no one is giving so much effort in really bringing and spreading the word. I mean, like, I just met you today, honestly, but you're really knowing what you're doing and you're pushing a lot. And I think there's a reason why you were invited to Huobi Talk, and it's actually being a pleasure with you. Very funny, much funnier than you expected. And thank God the air conditioner is working again.
I know.
So guys, at this stage, we almost reached the end. One quick check back. Our super rebate program, I mentioned it twice already. We have to mention it 3 times. And it's just because it's new, and I want to educate you about this. Earn money with Huobi. Super rebate, earn cashback, invite your friends to Huobi Pro. What does it mean? You get 30% of your friends trading for the first 90 days. I think that's exciting and new. Thanks Huobi for that. And our last call on the Airdrop segment. Let me be final. And oh, guys, we didn't hit the 2,000. Wow, but almost. I have to talk to my team. If we hit it during the live stream once, it's enough. We are at 1,700. If you, in the last 2 minutes, I'm actually just with you for the last 2 minutes, guys, get whoever is close to you to dial in. If we can get the last 300 people, then we're reaching the next stage, if I'm not wrong. Maybe at this stage, please team, show us the airdrop tiers. No, it's 2,500. Actually, it's 800 people missing for the second stage. I think that's almost impossible. I mean, like, impossible is not in my vocabulary, but it really seems like in the last 90 seconds we're not getting 800 people. We have to be realistic at this standpoint, at this point of time. So guys, congratulations, up to 118.64 tokens if the GTC and the MEN will be listed on HADAX till the end of April. All 4 tokens together will be dropped then. All right, this was the final announcement for our airdrop segment. You have the last seconds now to actually put in your Huobi UID with @vote on HADAX now in this field. Congratulations to everyone who participated. The airdrop will be arriving within 3 days from this live streaming. At this point, a disclaimer: Huobi Pro reserves the rights to not state any legal information. We always value your feedback regarding airdrop and Huobi Pro in general. It's a legal disclaimer. We would like to remind you, everyone, that risk trading is involving risk, and please trade on your own behalf and consult with someone to help you. So, guys, on social media, you find us Huobi Pro officially. On Instagram, no, it's Telegram, Huobi Pro official, and on Twitter we are @Huobi_Pro. And you please subscribe also to this video. It's YouTube. You have to subscribe to just be updated and reminded for our next week's and the week after sessions here every Thursday live at noontime in Singapore. So please join us on our social media channels, stay updated with us. I had so much fun here actually today, and it's a pleasure to be your host on Huobi Talk. Guys, I hope you also enjoyed it, and Nelson, thank you so much for being here.
Thank you as well.
It was a blast. It was a blast.
Likewise.
And hey to the NEM community, quick shout out, and our Huobi Pro community. I hope to see you anytime soon. Please tune in for our next episodes of Huobi Pro. This was episode 26 with Nelson from the NEM Council. Thank you, and see you soon, my friends.